Hello everybody and welcome back to Lost Skies. We're continuing to do our walkthrough. My audio is going to be a little bit weird today because I'm having to be super quiet because my wife's in the next room sleeping and I don't want to wake her up. So I need to get my work done. The show must go on and we're going to go ahead and get this done. For today, we're going to be doing island number 15. It's called Friendly Fire. It's marked as hard. It has 3 databanks and 3 large chests according to the map that I'm using. So let's go ahead and get over there and get this island done. Hopefully this should be pretty quick. This island is relatively easy, and I believe I already know where all 3 of the data banks are. So this island is mostly for farming high-grade stuff. You get a lot of Saborian alloy, some Momorosian cloth, or however you pronounce that. I don't recall ever finding any data disk drives here, but yeah, there's nothing really here other than some turrets in inside some of these places. So it's reasonably easy to get to this stuff. There is a data bank inside the top of this turret here. If you come up here, right there, so you can get a data bank right here as soon as you hop into the side. And then there's a chest over here that we can go to. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll see what kind of cool stuff we find. Advanced weapon propellant and heavy ammunition is always nice. And then if you hop down here inside this building, there's a bunch of turrets in here that you're going to have to fight. So make sure you have your weapon ready. And make sure you have a decent weapon when you come in here, because these aren't the easiest of turrets to deal with. So I'll do my best to not get hit by them. They're very hard to see because it's dark in here. That takes care of him. I think there's one more. Yeah, up there in the top corner. So he'll come after you here in a second. That takes care of him. Open up the chest and see what kind of goodies that we get. Tech patterned rug. Cool. And then the second of the 3 data banks is up here. And then there's another chest up here that you can grab. Alright, that works. And then I believe that takes care of all of the chests and stuff inside this building here. Just double check, run around for a second and make sure. Okay, and that should be everything inside the building here. So the reason why this one is technically labeled as hard is because of the turrets. The turrets are pretty strong. So the chest over here, just run around the outside, you'll find all of the cool stuff. There's usually some Saborian alloy, some glass shards, so that when you want to make glass panes, you're good. If you need some electric filaments to make your hip light, that's over here as well. So you can grab that. It's actually kind of weird that I'm not finding any. Oh yeah, there's some right there. But there's usually more. I'll find like 3 or 4 Saborian alloy when I come here. So I'm not sure if I just got unlucky this time or what the deal is. You can run over to this side over here. Normally this island doesn't really have anything on it, but it doesn't hurt to run over here and just kind of check it out. Oops, I ran out of stamina. Doesn't really hurt to come and check it out anyway, because if you need some materials like grass or stuff like that, you can head over here and do that. The third of our data banks is going to be on one of these 2 islands over here. It's in a shipwreck that you're going to head over to. You have to use your well, you don't have to use your ship to get to it, but in general you're probably going to use your ship to get to it. We'll try to get to it with the glider here, since I don't want to really go back and grab it. You may not have the glider by the time you get to this, so if you don't, I don't think you can get to it using the normal glider. You may not have the advanced glider by the time you get to this, so just, if you can't get to it, just get to your ship and it's fine. Make sure you have your weapon available through all of this, because I don't remember where all of the turrets are. Okay. Iron Squall. I believe we've already picked that up. That's like a sail. And then, yeah, we need to get over to that one over there. I think we can from here using the glider. This glider. The other glider, you're definitely going to need your ship if you don't have this by now. But as long as we can get to the bottom, we can grapple our way up. So we should be fine. helps if I could actually get around to the side there. And that's our third of the 3 databanks. Okay, and here we go again with the... They really need to, like, have somebody focus really hard on this respawn thing because it's so annoying. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and relocate the ship because once we find the 3rd databank, that's more or less it for this island. This is a very short island, so it'll be a very short video. But that is where all 3 of the databanks for this island are. Like I said, have your rifle or have your weapon ready when you get up here, because as usual, where is it? Okay, it's on the other side here. Alright, that takes care of him. Pick back up all our stuff. You grab your 3rd of the 3, and then you can just head back down to your ship, and you're done with this island. So, super short video today, because it's a super short island. The next island that we're going to be doing is going to be island number 16, which is to our south, west, and it's lower, I'm pretty sure. It's down to 1700, so I'm going to turn off. Actually, as a matter of fact, that's probably it right there. So I'm going to turn off in this direction and start heading towards it, and then, yeah. I'll meet you guys on the next one. Thank you very much. Hit the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, where you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who prefer that, because some people like to go outside of YouTube to have out channels. Sorry again for any audio microphone issues that might have cropped up during all of this. I'm having to be very quiet, and that's obviously going to affect this quality here, but hopefully it worked out, and I'll see you for the next one. I can get my interface to cooperate.